I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to defend his cause. Maintain the honors of his word, the glory of his cross.
Hello, I'm James Brown, and on behalf of the Eastern Church of Christ located in Toronto, Canada, I'd like to welcome you to Friday's edition of Walking Through the Bible, a podcast where we seek to study the Bible and the Bible alone. Please stick around afterwards for information on how you can contact us. But for now, if you have a Bible with you, please turn to the book of Genesis, and we'll turn you over to Jeremy Dissekam for our study of the day.
Thank you, James, and welcome to all of our viewers. This is the 64th lesson in our study of Genesis. Yesterday we covered Genesis chapter 19, verses 30 to 38, discussing how the daughters of Lot committed incest with their father in order to have children. If you missed that episode and would like to watch it, you can find it and all of our other podcasts on our website at www.eastendchurch.org. You can also find them on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/EastEndChurchOfChrist under the Walking Through the Bible Genesis playlist. Today we're going to begin with Genesis chapter 20, verse 1, and read through verse 8. The text that you'll see on the screen is from the English Standard Version, but you're welcome to follow along with any version that you have. So let's now read Genesis 20, beginning at verse 1. From there Abraham journeyed toward the territory of the Negev, and lived between Kadesh and Shur, and he sojourned to Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, "She is my sister." And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, "Behold, you are a dead man because of the woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife." Now Abimelech had not approached her. So he said, "Lord, will you kill an innocent people? Did he not himself say to me, 'She is my sister'? And she herself said, 'He is my brother.' In the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands I have done this." Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know that you have done this in the integrity of your heart, and it was I who kept you from sinning against me. Therefore I did not let you touch her. Now then, return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, so that he will pray for you, and you shall live. But if you do not return her, know that you will surely die, you and all who are yours." So Abimelech rose in the morning and called all his servants and told them all these things, and the men were very much afraid. If this story sounds familiar, it should, for very similar circumstances happened in Genesis 12, verses 10 to 20. After the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Abraham left the oaks of Mamre and Hebron and went down to the Negev, likely in search of a place to pasture. He dwelt in between Kadesh and Shur and remained for some time in Gerar, believed to be about 8 miles southeast of Gaza. Ruling over Gerar is a man named Abimelech. The name Abimelech means "the king is my father," so it is uncertain if the name Abimelech is the man's actual name, or if, like the kings of Egypt being referred to as Pharaoh, it is his title. When Abraham arrived in Gerar, he told Abimelech that Sarah was his sister, a half-truth that got him kicked out of Egypt some 20 to 25 years before. We'll find out why he did this in tomorrow's episode. Probably wanting to curry favor with the rich Abraham, Abimelech took Sarah into his harem. God, however, was not pleased. He plagued Abimelech's house with disease in order to prevent Abimelech from having sexual relations with Sarah. God then appeared to Abimelech in a dream in order to warn Abimelech that he had done something worthy of death because he took another man's wife. Abimelech stated that he did not know that Sarah was married, for Abraham told him that she was his sister. God knew that Abimelech had acted ignorantly, which is why he prevented him from committing further sin. But the fact remains that ignorance wasn't a valid defense, for it was still sin. God holds us accountable for the sins we know about and the sins we don't, because all sin is detestable to God. The fact that Abimelech even cared about God's warning, though, shows us yet again why God had not delivered the land to Abraham at that time, for there was still righteous people living in it. God told Abimelech to return Sarah to Abraham and ask Abraham to pray for him, since Abraham was a prophet. If he wouldn't do this, not only would he die, but so would all in his household. Abimelech chose to follow what the Lord said, so the next day he told his servants what had happened and summoned Abraham. Now some might ask, why would God have Abimelech ask Abraham to pray for Abimelech, seeing as how Abraham was the one who created the mess in the first place? And while that is true, that Abraham is not guiltless in this regard, he is still God's prophet, and God was going to work through his prophet, not only to restore the health of Abimelech, but I believe also to show Abraham that God knows all, and Abraham should therefore depend on him for protection. With that, our time is up for today. Please join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow, when we will continue our study of Genesis, beginning with Genesis 20, verse 9.
Thank you, Jeremy. And to our viewers, we also thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Should you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below or email us at answerintheword@gmail.com. We'll try to respond to you as quickly as we can. We hope you'll join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we'll be continuing our study of the book of Genesis. Goodbye for now and have a great day.
I'm not ashamed